we of course got some plans for today's practice. It's gonna be both fun and relaxing, like relaxing kind of fun. Let's target there. And so we're gonna start seated, and we're gonna ground our attention into sensing the body space. So as you feel like, you may want to even lay down, that'd be fine. Just don't relax completely like in Shavasana if you choose to lay down. So that just lean on your back like this, and then keep your knees bent, that'd be fine. Or if you feel okay with the sitting position, then just direct all your visual attention downwards right now. Relax your eyes, allow yourself to project through space of your neck, of your chest, into abdominal cavity, into your pelvic floor. And really acknowledge all the parts that are pressed to the ground, that make you stable, that create your fundament. And just in case if you feel a bit of resistance, like you're kind of shrinking yourself, then just with the next coming exhalation, like completely relax your body tissue, allow your knees to come lower down, allow yourself to sense the full pressure on your sitting bones. And for the next coming 3 breaths, just keep comprehending, sensing the way your inhalation happens. And even try to sense how the space between your sitting bones is changing. Maybe you feel it like more pressure into sitting bones, maybe you feel some stretch in your pelvic floor. So when you inhale, completely relax your belly, let it come out. Feel how your ribs are elevating. So for 360, spreading your attention to the sides, to the front, to the back, bottom and top. Just make sure that your inhalation is still soft. So accent your exhales, relax more into exhalation, and then just be present. Observe the way your inhale happens, how you feel this extension in your body. And if it's stopped anywhere, on any level, maybe you feel certain stiffness in your neck, or like kind of head is pushing all your scalp down, then just don't struggle with it. Relax more and more into your exhalation. Let's do one more breath. Just keep observing the growth of space every time you breathe in and exhale. And for the coming 3 breaths, right now, stay present, be inside your body, just allocate your visual attention between eyebrows at the moment, in a soft way, so don't try to contract your eye muscles too much, just elevate your eyes highly up towards the crown, feel this shake, feel this tremble, and relax. Let yourself just stay tuned, embrace the space that lays through your third eye, through the spot between eyebrows, further forwards. And for the next 3 breaths, make your regular soft inhalation. Be present for 360. Just enjoy how the space in your body grows. And then exhale with a sound. And just allow your body with a sound, let all the tension go. Stay present visually between eyebrows. Do another soft inhale, 2 more. And then exhale through the front tip of your tongue. So your visual attention is between your eyebrows. Let it come out straight forwards as long as possible, as far as possible. Centrally be present in your body. Let's do the 3rd breath. Inhaling softly into your nose. Exhale through the front tip and tip of your tongue. And allow this vibration, allow this sound to really shake out any deeply rooted tension in your body right now. Almost like your skeleton is falling apart. You're just becoming softer and softer with every exhale. And we're going to add on one more breath. So we're just going to take another soft inhale into the nose. And we're going to exhale through the throat sphincter with this. And if for some reason you didn't catch up with the first one, let's do one more. Soft inhale into your nose. Visual attention stays present between eyebrows. Central attention is in your body for 360. And exhale through your throat sphincter. And softly close your mouth. Continue breathing through your nose. Just enjoy the state of presence right now, right here. Without thoughts. Your visual attention continues extending through your third eye into the space. Your central attention is deeply connected for 360 with your body. You keep sensing every coming inhale. And you continue relaxing into every exhale. Right now, if you'd like to set up an intention, please do so by internally pronouncing the state that you're inviting or the state that you're in. Just formulate it with I statement. I am, and the name, how exactly, physically, emotionally, or mentally you're feeling or desire to feel. For example, I am attracting every possibility. I am vibrating on the same frequency with success or abundance or wealth or health. I am sensing comfort within my body and within space around me. Whatever it is. Next, let's take another soft inhale into the nose. And exhale, completely releasing any importance, just remaining present centrally in your body space, visually, through your third eye into the space. And then once you feel ready, even before you open your eyes, just lean forwards, pressing the palms to the ground, and then pull your weights forwards to meet me in the table pose, where you will start swishing to the right and to the left. Also playing with your hip, with your shoulder joints, absolutely intuitively. Stretching your spine if you feel like you want to start circulating. Half circle inhale, elevating your solar plexus. Let your head and sitting bones react. So when you elevate the middle of your spine, let your sitting bones and your crown fall down. Now let's direction change with the inhale, opposite direction to the top. Exhale and loosen the resistance, really relaxing in your hips and shoulders. And again, elevate and pushing against your palms and knees, directing your head and sitting bones down. And one more time, inhale, elevate while your head and sitting bones move down, pushing against your palms and knees. Next, we're gonna remain in the center, tucking the toes. We're gonna just play a little bit, throwing the body weight, pulling it forwards, really tightly towards the fingertips with inhalation, and with exhalation, tucking the toes nicely, gently, carefully, pressing every small pinky toe, big toe, like pleasantly stretching underneath the toes. Let's do one more. Inhale, stretch forwards, long neck. Let's move shoulders away. Let's give the full pressure to the palms, and with the exhalation, give the pressure underneath your toes. And now with the coming inhale, bring your knees up. And with the exhale, just try to step heel by heel on the ground. Bring in more weights from your palms on your feet, especially try to touch the floor with the heel. If that's okay with the coming exhalation, try to press both heels at the same time. And now couple rotations for your shoulders, moving them away from the ears, trying to play with external and internal shoulder rotation till you feel that scapulas are really nicely, flatly sliding down away from your head. Now please turn your head right and left. Don't forget to breathe. One turn inhalation, the other turn exhalation. So check out this freedom inside your body. And with the coming inhale, lift your heels really high up. Now try to stretch your glutes and sitting bones inside them to the back and to the top. So it feels a lot like you're moving your belly button between your thighs.
With the coming exhale, rounding your spine, rotating the hips spine by spine. Send these question marks forward till you feel the nice even pressure on your palms, including fingertips. Inhale and bending the knees. Slide, pull your sitting bones upwards into the back. Lift the heels, and with the exhalation, second wave, rounding the back spine by spine. And the last one, inhale, bend the knees. Pull your sitting bones to the back and upwards. Lift the heels, like really stretch the tail up, and then with the exhalation, rounding the back. Send the way forwards and land your knees gently on the ground. Now we're gonna put the knees together. Let's put also feet pretty flat on the ground. And only the right leg is gonna stretch to the back. Press all 6 toes to the ground, and we'll come in exhalation for 5 times, roughly like Kapalabhati. Navel in. We're gonna push everything, hips and including the heel, accent the heel to the back. For the final 5th time, stay with your right calf flex. Now focus on your glutes, especially on the right. With the coming inhale, elevate your leg up. And with the exhalation, swing it as much to the left as possible. Gently touching the ground. Inhaling, grilling the glute. Elevate the top of this arch as high as possible. With the exhale, as much to the right, and gentle touch the ground. We're going to do this 10 times. So precisely sensing, grilling the right glute. Exhale down. Inhale to the highest arch peak. With the exhale, further to the right and slight touch. Inhale, up. And then the idea is to really get into the most edgy spots. So as far away to the right and left, and delicate touch. Inhale, up to the highest peak. Let's make a really smooth half circle line. Exhale, inhale to the top. Really squeeze that muscle, sense it, feel it. And with the exhale, when you're moving the foot down, just really control the weight of your leg. Slight touch. Inhale through the peak of this arch, and with the exhale to the edge, further to the left. Shoulders and hips remain square, so you're not moving in that part. With exhale, touch. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. We're gonna count every side as 1, okay? So exhale to the external side. Inhale to the top. Let's also focus on keeping our bellies firm. Exhale. Now we're gonna end with our right foot standing at the left. Now we're bending the right knee underneath the left. We're spreading the shins wider, and we're slowly trying to sit down, especially if we know that we have certain issues here. And if we're able to, we're sitting. In case we feel, no, that's too much, then you're stretching your right leg, and then you're putting the left on the top like this. Okay. And once we landed in the Gamuthasana, it's the cow face shape position. So this part obviously supposed to remind us, let's find the balance. It's okay because sometimes we may feel very weird soreness, maybe this relation between ribs and hips or somewhere in the low back. So the best thing to do right now would be sensing the sitting bones, start drawing the circles. So let's do at least 1 or 2 or better 3 circles. Inhaling, half circle. Imagine you're drawing circles with your sitting bones. Exhaling, keep drawing. Let's change now. Inhaling, opposite direction, half circle. Exhaling, continue drawing. And now let this motion warm you up a little bit also above your waist. So let's say your chest, your head, let it be intuitive and obey this movement. Now we're going to stay in the center. Now we're going to stretch, put our palms on the knees, and we're going to stretch our arms, kind of send a little bit more weight on the tailbone. We're going to be inhaling here. And with exhalation, pushing the knees actively forwards. We're rolling, like crunching in our spines without collapsing. So without breaking, more like pushing every individual spine outwards, including the back of the neck, and especially keep your head high. So now with the inhalation, we're going to straighten up, sensing the pressure on the tailbone and sitting bones, elevating the crown up. Now with the exhalation, send your thighs, your knees actively forwards, and round the spine. So you feel pretty active inner thighs while you're doing this. Inhaling, relax. Externally rotating the shoulders, lengthen through neutral spine.
And then when exhalation comes, sucking the belly in, pushing the knees actively forwards and kind of hanging on the top of the knees, round your back, slightly tuck the chin on the chest, but also send your crown actively forwards. Now with the common inhale, we're gonna lengthen up into neutral spine. We're gonna put the palm behind the head and turn to the right. With exhalation, we're gonna do the same. Rolling the hips, sending the knees forwards slightly, not collapsing, so feel the difference, but more like stretching the back, elevating the crown. Now with the inhalation, neutralizing, lengthening into the crown, we're gonna press the left palm behind the head, turn, look through the left armpit, far away to our left. With exhalation, palms return on the knees, rolling the hips round in the back. We're gonna do twice more every direction. Inhaling, right palm behind the head. Look far from your right armpit into your right elbow. With exhalation, if you feel like you wanna do this more like Ujjayi sounding exhalation, it's okay. Inhaling, lengthen neutrally, then turn to your left through the left armpit, left elbow. With exhalation, rolling the hips, push those knees forwards, kind of hang on them, and then elevate the head. So feel even, rounding in your spine. Inhaling, neutral, and look to the right, right palm behind the head. Pull that right elbow far away and look even further away. With exhalation, round the back. One more, inhale, neutral, and then turn, looking through the left armpit, elbow, push it away, look even further away. With the exhalation, the last rounding. Now with the inhale, surf forwards, put the palms on the ground, exhaling, push against and return into this table pose. Right now your left knee is in front, so we're gonna stand the right leg, toes on the floor again, pressing the heel to the back. With the inhalation, actively push the floor with your palms. With the exhalation, drilling the right glute, we're elevating the foot up. And next exhale, we're looking through our right shoulder. We're bending the right knee and bending both elbows. Simultaneously, we're just pressing the inner part of the right knee on the top of the right elbow like this. And you can either stay on the center of your left knee, or you can tuck the toes of the left foot and go like this downwards. Also, if that feels too much, you can lay your foot on the ground. Of course, I mentioned the left knee also. What are we gonna do next? If it's still too much, you can lay your left elbow on the ground, that would be easier. And now we just want 3 reps of really precisely focusing on our pelvic floor. And when we will be exhaling and contracting the pelvic floor, we'll try to elevate the foot. That's number 1. Number 2, what we can do, we can elevate and try to straighten a little bit. Or number 3, like kind of pretty much to what feels ideal within us. So with the inhale, we either bend the knee, either we just lay it. With the exhale, and I know it's pretty sore because your elbow is stimulating the attachment of your inner thigh here. So it feels both, like kind of contracting and stretching. So it's very invigorating. Let's do one more. Inhale and relax. Right now your square shoulders and both of your hips are falling on the ground. So don't try to push up too much. Like really lay on top. And final third, just try to straighten as much as possible. Let's just make sure that the foot inner edge is pretty parallel to the ground, so we don't do this, we don't stack the foot up, we pull the toes forwards. Now we're just gonna stand that foot back on the ground, we're gonna crawl up, stretching both hands, and now wiggling the foot, we're going to enter the pigeon pose. So we're gonna lay the right knee between our thumbs and having our hips pretty much square. So try not to fall on the right hip, but more like keep turning the left shoulder down. If it's worth it, if you feel like you need this assistance, then look through your left shoulder to the back, swing this momentum, and then with exhalation, kind of trying to reach your 2 o'clock, so not really 12, more like 2. You can repeat this a couple times. This will convince your body more to enter the squareness of the position. And then with a common inhalation, you're gonna reach forwards, like kind of pull your spine outside from the pelvis. And then with the exhalation, just really lay your tummy weight, your chest weight on the top of this right inner side of the leg. And if that's okay, just lay your forehead on the floor. If If you need 2 fists or both palms and lean on the elbows, that's fine too. So now we're gonna spend another 3 breaths just focusing on sensing the space entering your body when you inhale, and then exhale either with a sound, or if you like it, do the throat sound by kind of melting, releasing the throat sphincters, opening your mouth wide, and just do this completely. It's really good for your diaphragm that separates your chest from the skull. So all this neck tension, base of the skull tension, and really try to let the bottom jaw go and completely, fully open the throat while creating that sound. Please just feel it. Feel if it feels good to you right now, that's worth doing. Let's do one more. And at the same time, as you hear this whispering sound, or just the sound of your exhalation, just let your body deeply, really within its roots, the roots of any tension, kind of entering between every bone, between every tendon and every joint. Really shake it out. Remove every tension, every resistance, every reflex for contraction. And then as soon as you're ready, elevate your head, gaze forwards, like kind of long forwards. This will cause you to lengthen through your spine, then put the palms underneath your shoulders, and with the exhalation, elevate yourself. You can straighten, tighten the left knee, or you can lean on it, whatever feels more easy. Now just please serve your right foot towards the left palm. And if that's okay, you will be doing with the inhalation, surfing forwards, like really accepting pressure on your fingertips, as long as it feels good for your right knee. And of course, remember, it's about this external thigh rotation, not just like breaking the leg. And then with the exhalation, pushing against the external edge, you will be surfing your sitting bones to the back. If it feels like, this is too complicated, you can do it with one hand and, keeping yourself a little higher, but still, let's continue doing this movement with the thigh instead of just like kind of compressing the knee. Okay, let's remember to turn the leg like this. That's why it's super important that the small pinky also touches the ground. And so at least 5 reps, and that is 7 or 9. If you're moving in a faster temp, let's do one more. Breathe in, exhale. Now we're gonna, with the common inhalation, when bending the right knee, we're gonna reach forwards. And with the exhalation, we're gonna put the palm behind the head, and we're gonna turn and really gaze long as we did before, through the right armpit, through the right elbow, and we're gonna try to stretch the right leg as possible. Now inhale and reach forwards, open that right thigh, right hip, reach, like really get it with your head, and with exhalation and pushing against left palm and the external right foot edge, turn and look deep within your armpit and elbow. And one more inhale, reach. Exhale, push against and turn. Now lay your right palm down, turn this left shin towards yourself, sit in, putting your feet into this position, like butterfly pose. And as you feel like you may want to lean on your hands behind your sitting bones, so you may all of a sudden feel like, oh, actually my right side, my right hip feels much better, or like you feel more grounded perhaps. So whether you need to support yourself with the arms, or you can just lay your forearms on the top of the knees. Just relax your facial muscles. Allow your visual attention to be between eyebrows. And again, the sign that you're not contracting your eye muscles too much would be that you feel the extension. Your visual attention travels easily further away from the surface of your forehead. Just like you're visually through your eye channel, you're like embracing the space forwards, in front of you, above you. Sometimes it even extends to start sensing the space behind you. So just keep this observation. Keep allowing this to happen. And at the same time, your central what you feel through receptors in your body. Attention remains in your body, completely in the full 360 body space. Noticing delicate differences between right and left side of the body. And again, focusing on the pressure that you create with your sitting bones, with the edges of your feet on the ground. Now we're gonna draw some circles with the sitting bones, start in any direction, whatever you prefer. Inhaling, half circle, drawing with the sitting bones. Exhale, another half circle. It doesn't matter if your arms, your hands are supporting you on the ground or being on the tops of your knees. Just allow this motion to enter through the root, through the bottom of your spine, somewhere higher into your solar plexus, into your chest, into your neck. Intuitively let it also move your head. Now we're going to change the direction to the opposite. Halfway inhale, halfway exhale, and instead of trying to make that circle too obvious or too intense or too wide, focus more on making it smooth, so the movement really lasts, super like lubricating your body instead of ripping it into some sharpness. And holistically let it enter your spine completely. Now once you're settled, remain in the center, breathe in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth with through the tip of your tongue and your upper teeth. So with this exhalation, allow your inner thighs to relax even more, your knees to fall even lower down, your shoulders, your facial expression relaxes more. And we're going to do one more breath. Soft inhalation into your nose, and exhale will be hot through your throat. Visually remain between your eyebrows and further into the space. And instead of trying to push the air out, just relax, melt your throat sphincter, just let the air nicely, slowly come out to help you relax this sphincter, the tension around your throat, around your neck, and into the base of your skull. And once you feel ready, even before you open your eyes, please cross your shins, lean forwards, pressing your palms to the floor, enter the table pose. And again, if it feels like you want to swing to the sides, if you feel like you want to rotate your spine and find this holistic connection between your spine and your head, change the direction, move really intuitively, move slow so you have time to acknowledge, to notice how you feel through this movement. And then once you're ready, stop in the center, tuck your toes with the inhale. Press the toes to the ground. With the exhalation, give the pressure to your palms and fingertips, slightly rounding the back. This time lay your feet flat and surf and moving your sitting bones to the back and to the top, like nicely stimulating the front of the ankle. Press the full length, your shin and feet to the ground. And then with the exhalation, making sure you're leaning on the knee centers, round in the back, directing your tailbone down, rotating the hips, sucking the belly in. Like really elevate this question mark, moving shoulder blades upwards, relaxing the head, directing the crown down. And now lift with the coming inhalation, lift your knees and really make them tight. Make sure your ankles are not wiggling, so your heels are not directed outside. The heels are looking straight into the ceiling. Breathe in this position, try to elevate the rounded back higher while lowering your hips even a little bit lower. And with the exhale, lay the knees on the ground. Now please put your knees together. Now let's make sure that when we're going to be doing all those swinging movements with the leg, our bellies are remaining firm and they're really supporting the low back from the bottom. So once you're ready, once you extended the leg and you begin to move this exhalations, and this exhale already prepares your belly for being this really firm platform. And the final, fifth exhalation, extend your left heel to the back. Keep this tightened belly tissue this firm, and with the coming inhale, lift the heel as high as you possibly can, sensing the grill grip left glute, and with the exhale, look through your right shoulder. Step the foot as further as you can to the right. Inhale, really high, really smooth, really long swing to the top, and then look through the left shoulder. Make sure you're not falling. You remain square in your hips and shoulders. Make sure your tummy is really firm. Inhale to the top, really smoothly synchronize your body to look through the right shoulder. Delicate step. Inhale to the top. Exhale, look through the left shoulder. Delicate touch. Inhale up. Exhale to the edge. Sweetheart, you see? Okay, go get some. Go. Exhale to the left. We're gonna do 2 more. Inhale. And look into the right. Exhale. And again, inhale up. Exhale to the left. Okay, when you bring me the good, I'll help you. Now the final one. Inhale. Make sure the tummy is really firm. Lift the heel, and with the exhalation, look to the right. Step all the toes. Now bend the knee. Set in the left knee underneath the right. Spread your shins as wide as possible. And then slowly with the exhalation, if you need, maybe a couple times, lean forwards on the palms. And once you feel your hips are ready, then sit down. Here we're gonna close our eyes and just feel how the body accepts this position. Just remember, if you need, you can always stretch your left leg. Okay, now we're gonna just meditate on the way we receive the feeling of pressure on everything that remains on the ground. And once you feel your sitting bones touching the floor, start drawing the circles. Imagining that you sit in bones and drawing them one side. Let the motion exist in the top part of your spine and then opposite direction. Half circle, inhale. And the other half circle, exhale. Let this motion really massage, level by level, your spine all the way to the shoulders, all the way to the neck. And just don't disconnect from feeling, sensing this flat pressure that your sitting bones, your feet are creating. So make yourself feel like all those parts are kind of rotating the floor underneath you. And then once you're ready, stop in the center. Let's lay the palms on the top of the knees. Now we're going to inhale, pushing against everything we got on the floor, lengthening into the natural spine or through the natural spine, elevating the crown. Now, with the exhalation, squeeze the inner thighs and really point your knees forwards and compensating that pulling momentum with your knees. Stretching the arms, send this nice curve into your spine. And again, inhaling center. And with exhalation, let's send the knees forward, squeeze the inner thighs, suck the belly in, pull up your crown. One more inhale. From the fundament of your sitting bones, your feet lengthen into your crown. Feel this neutral vertical exhale, and now with the exhalation, bend it, curve it, like squeezing the inner thighs, send your knees. And then spine by spine, arrange this rounded curve. Relax the shoulders, pull the crown higher up to feel the spaces between your spines are extending, not collapsing. And so now with the inhalation, we are returning to the neutral position. With the exhale, right palm behind the head, look to your right, deeply, further, eyes and right elbow, inhale and return to the center. Now we're going to round the back and with the exhale, left palm behind the head, left elbow, and look further, gaze further away. Inhale into the rounded, extended spine. Exhale through the right. Look deeper away. Inhale into the rounded, extended spine. Exhale, navel in. Look through your left shoulder, left armpit. Push also the direction you gaze, kind of move away from your knees.
Let's do one more. Inhale. Push the knees forwards. Active inner thighs. Compensate. Hanging round in the spine without collapsing. Keep moving your crown up. Exhale. Suck the navel in. Look to the right. Pull your elbow, gaze through elbow further away. It feels like knee moves forwards, your elbow and your head moves away. Let's do one more. Inhale into the rounded spine. Exhale, left palm behind. Push the knees forwards away. Pull the elbow, gaze through the armpit and elbow further to the left. Now with the inhalation, we're gonna return to the center. With the exhale, we're standing the palms on the ground, pulling ourselves up. Now we're stretching the left leg away. And we're gonna be elevating while firming in our belly, left heel up. With exhalation, we're looking through the left shoulder. We're preparing the left elbow already. And we're laying the knee on the top, on the tip of the elbow. And now either we're just relaxing the hips, bending the elbows and lowering square shoulders. So try not to twist anywhere. Now you can lay the foot, you can keep it in the air. 3 exhalations, contracting the pelvic floor, and just see how much you can straighten the leg. Inhale. You can also lay the right temple on the ground if it helps, or if you want to, improve it, then you can lift the right knee up and tighten it up. Just let's give our shoulders and hips as much squareness as possible. Use enough support. You can lay your head, you can lay your knee. Let's do one more. Contract the pelvic floor. Make sure that your left foot toes directed to the ground. Okay, now we're gonna touch the floor with the left foot. Breathe in. Once you're ready with exhalation, press up. Oh, and remember, of course, you can lay the right elbow. This time I didn't say it, but you can lay the elbow on the ground. This makes all this thing a bit easier. Now just wiggle the left foot towards the right palm, and with a common exhalation, lay the elbow between the thumbs. And if you feel like you're falling too much on the left hip, gather this momentum, looking deeply to your left. Oh, sorry, this is the right. And with exhalation, turn deeply into your left. So let's say 6 o'clock to 11 or 10 o'clock. Breathe in, like really widely open up, and then like really turn. This will make the right side of your body, your hip, your shoulder, lay lower down so you can remain square in this position, and then just reach forwards, pulling the spine outside, you're grounded and square pelvis, and then with the exhalation, let your solar plexus give pressure and kind of flatten your left leg on the floor. Whether your forehead just touches the ground or you need fists to support your head, doesn't matter. Let's focus right now on breathing. Let's feel the soft inhale through the nose for 360. And let's exhale either with this or sound, as long as it feels satisfying, and the sound that feels more satisfying right now. Let's give ourselves 2 more breaths. Let's make sure all the deep inside tension, maybe it's in your shoulders, maybe it's somewhere in your armpits, maybe it's in the back of your head, anywhere, somewhere where you may not even be aware of it. And just imagine that also the breasts are melting, the feet are melting, everything, all the tendons that are keeping our body tightly together, just let go and allow us to become liquid on the floor rather than sinking into the ground. And then once you feel ready, even before you open your eyes, just kind of elevate yourself with the inhalation. With the exhale, gaze forwards and kind of pull your neck first forwards, and then press up with your hands. Push or slide your left foot, leaning on the external pinky toe edge towards the right palm, and just inhaling. Walk, and remember to externally rotate the left thigh, lowering thusly the knee, and then pushing against the edge. Whether you want to be a little higher and leaning on the fingertips, or you can afford to be on the flat palms, whatever it is,
Just keep pleasantly stimulating your hip joint. Here also it's a lot about the external leg edge, and you may be surprised, like what, over a sudden this external edge is pretty tricky for stretching. So, but once, or if it's pretty tight, you will definitely feel through this movement how it is. So if you feel a bit sore here, please give me a thumb up if anything going on too much for you. Okay, so let's do one more knee bend, and with the coming inhale, please lift your left arm up and like really try to reach forwards. This also will allow you to, not to be saving as much, like really go down with your hips, so not much support anymore. And then with the exhalation, the left palm will go behind the head, and while pushing against the straight left leg, if you need to, you can be on the fingertips or flat palm. Really look to your left and push that elbow, gaze away. And again, inhaling, reach forwards, let your square hips go down, like be present, be really pulling forwards. And then with the exhalation, look through your left shoulder, push the elbow. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach forwards while rotating the left thigh outside. I know, but you can do it. With exhale, look through your left shoulder. This is the last, this is the final. Now we're gonna lay the left palm and turn in the right shin. Please sink again into the butterfly pose, and just focus on sense and comprehending the space in your body. Probably comparing to the previous round, it has either aligned, and you may feel more balanced, like right now the left and the right sides of your body are evenly stimulated. Maybe just feel more comfortable, more relaxed, and feels like it's easier to be in this position. Maybe in the first round you needed your arms behind you, now you don't, or you in general feel more stable. Just keep observing, and whatever comes to you, whether you feel like you want to draw the circles with your sitting bones on the ground, if you still want to check or lubricate your hip joints or your sacrum. Otherwise, just proceed to 3 more breaths. Breathe in, inhale into your nose, and exhale. Let's do the first one with it. And the more you let the sound relax you, the lower your knees are falling. So if they're anywhere lower as it is, just keep relaxing deeply through the most deep, tight knots in your body. The second sound will be shh, so saying through your front teeth squeeze together. So inhale softly into your nose, and then shh. And the third one will be inhale softly into your nose. Continue allowing your visual presence be between eyebrows and further into the space. Your sensual presence is in your body space. Continue exploring. And after closing your mouth, continue breathing through your nose. Just remain balanced like a pyramid in your own body right now. Recognizing how stable you are in this position, or if anything is not allowing you to feel that comfort, then just follow your own direction. If you feel like maybe you'd rather lay on the back, or maybe you'd rather kind of lean more forwards, or maybe you feel like you want to stretch around your back, or however it is. Maybe you feel like you want to put your palms behind yourself and externally rotate the shoulders and actually open your solar plexus and heart center to the sky, maybe elevating the face, or just remain static in the position where you already feel pretty grounded and settled.
observation. And then slowly, once you feel ready, even before you open your eyes, please again cross your shins. And for the final, we're gonna return to the table pose. And we're gonna spread the knees pretty wide outside. Bunny, let me finish the class first. And right now it's up to you to decide. More severe would be to spread the shins wider, parallel, or you can connect the toes. So connecting the toes is easier, spreading the shins outside is more challenging. So we're gonna start with inhalation and pressing the body weight to the palms. With exhalation, we're gonna drive the shin bones towards the heels, either in between or on top of them. And twice more with the inhale, we're gonna shift forwards. With exhalation, you see ladies in the class. 5 more minutes, let mommy finish, and then you can have your cocoa. Okay, with a common exhale, we're gonna remain squatted. And now for 3 more breaths, we're gonna be inhaling, pushing against palms, elbows, and inner sides of the knees. So also if you feel like it's too challenging for the internal knee edges, you can change position along the mat. So inhaling, rolling the hips down, rounding the back. With exhalation, trying to drive the shin bones further to the back. And just relaxing in your shoulders and hips, moving a bit closer to the floor. And twice more. Begin with this Michael Jackson pelvis rotation. And with the exhalation, return to the ground. Let's do one more inhale. 5 minutes. Okay, and with the common inhale, we're gonna pull the body weight forwards. And right now it's up to you. You can remain here, so basically just laying down and allowing yourself to stretch in the static, more passive version. Second option would be leaning on the elbows. That will create additional traction. So when leaning, instead of breaking in your low back, what you should feel is more like pulling with your palms and elbows, like pulling the floor down and lengthening. So it feels like you're pulling the spines from your pelvis floor. Or if you want, number 3 would be, well, rotating your hips, combining the frog position with the upper facing dog. This will create even more intense traction, with the condition again that you're not breaking in the low back. So in the spines here, but more like rotating your hips, still moving pubic bone underneath the belly button and pushing against your palms, rotating shoulders externally, really feeling how you pull the spine from within your pelvis. So these 3 options, whatever promotes you better feeling. After 3 or 5 breaths in this position, whatever version you chose, slowly return to the ground again. And then leaning your chin on the ground, turning your thighs internally, connecting the toes together and letting your heels be directed outwards this time. So this will create the internal thigh rotation. We are leaning on the forehead. And next 3 breaths, just breathing into your sacrum, into the middle of the back. Really extending that space and exhaling, either with a swoosh sound. The ha sound will specifically
reduce the tension from the top of the chest. You can feel like the clavicle bones, shoulders, and more like closer to the neck part needs this. And choose that sound, that frequency. Let's do 2 more. And even more. Make sure your heels are still directed outwards. Relaxing into your legs and then slowly turn on your back, entering your Shavasana. Continue breathing, continue observing. Shh. 5 minutes, keep the 5 minutes. Stop crying. Shh. Wait. And just remain relaxed and stay present. I will say my bye-byes and namaste to you girls. Thank you so much. Your presence is highly valid and appreciated. I wish you a very relaxing rest of your night. I will check on you tomorrow. And we'll see each other next week.